Okay, good morning and welcome to everyone joining us today. My name is Yashin Naran. I am a modern applications engineer working mainly in the manufacturing workspace. My areas of expertise revolve around the digital manufacturing software platforms, Inventor, Fusion, and AutoCAD Electrical. For today's session, we are going to look at some of the standout features that have been released with Inventor 2021. Each year, Inventor brings us a host of new features that allow us to expand our capabilities and achieve more with the application. In this session, we are going to cover the new user interface enhancements and the introduction of a new Inventor workflow between Revit. We will also have a look at some of the customer-driven tools that have been requested and added for drawing creation. Lastly, we cover the many drawing automation and frame generator functions that have been introduced to this year's release. The long-awaited dark theme has finally arrived with this year's release of Inventor. A new dark theme has been introduced for an overall more refreshed visual experience. This enhances the user's overall proficiency when interacting with the application. They now have the choice to choose the best preferred theme that optimizes their personal design experience, either by using the light to crisp theme or the subtle and dark theme. Property panels continue to expand to more areas of Inventor. These panels have been redesigned into compact boxes with greater functionality, whilst continuing to hold on to all the previous options of earlier releases. Property panels add to the user's experience by providing better control and more information compiled into one unified interface, without having to switch between multiple tabs within a cluttered workspace. The property panel streamlines workflows, reduces clicks, and saves time, thus enabling the user to spend less time on dialogue and more on the task at hand. The bend, coil, combine, and thicken commands, amongst others, have adopted the property panel layout. AnyCAD allows users to leverage CAD files from many different sources. With Inventor 2021, we see the introduction of a new workflow as AnyCAD functionality has been expanded to include companies involved in the construction industry by providing seamless integration with Revit data. Custom fabricators or building product manufacturers are now able to explore new avenues and provide more value to their customers by simply getting involved with building information modeling. This is achieved with AnyCAD for Revit. AnyCAD for Revit allows for an associative link to be maintained between Revit and Inventor data. How does AnyCAD for Revit work? Inventor can access data from a Revit project, either from a local file location or a cloud storage location provided by BIM 360. A Revit model referenced into your Inventor assembly will update as changes are made to the Revit project. Let's take a closer look at how this AnyCAD for Revit workflow operates.
In the construction industry, custom fabricators like you want to provide additional value to your company and your customers by getting involved with building information modeling. In Inventor 2021, we've improved the interoperability between Revit and Inventor by maintaining an associative link to the inserted Revit data as you work. The Revit project can be accessed from a local file or coordinated via the cloud using Autodesk BIM 360 Common Data Environment. On referencing a Revit file, custom views from the Revit project can be selected in Inventor, allowing you to filter the BIM to just the information you need. In the Inventor browser, the Revit model is organized by category, allowing you to further examine the structure of the model and filter the BIM to your requirements. Once placed into your Inventor assembly, the Revit project can be used as a reference model to help guide your design. Working with the native Revit project helps you locate your design using shared coordinates, size your design appropriately, and coordinate your design against the integrated BIM. Changes during the design process are inevitable. When the Revit model changes, we'll need to update the Inventor model to suit. Because the Revit model is referenced into your Inventor assembly without file translation, any changes to the Revit project will also update inside the Inventor assembly. A change to a design in Inventor is a change everywhere your design has been referenced, automatically updating all downstream uses of your design model, helping you coordinate your work and keep up with change. When your design is ready, you can output your model from Inventor as a BIM object, ready to submit, closing the loop on your design cycle. Autodesk Inventor 2021 extends AnyCAD functionality to help manufacturers in the construction industry collaborate and coordinate on BIM projects.
From 2017 to 2020, 232 customer-driven improvements have been implemented to Inventor. With this year's release, the Inventor product development team continued to listen to their customers and what they want. Here are some of the popular drawing creation functions as requested by Inventor users. A new set of drawing tools and functions have been bundled into Inventor 2021. This includes a new dimension type called parallel diameter. What this does, it creates a dimension with a diameter symbol when you select the outline edge of a cylindrical feature, such as a hole or a shaft. Another new dimension tool that has been added is the ability to align a dimension with a reference edge selected from a drawing. The intuitive measuring tool that we are accustomed to using in the 3D modeling environment can now be used on drawing documents. Any component that has been set to a reference part to be used as construction geometry or add context to the design can now be manipulated using various display options. Here is a short video displaying these drawing functionalities.
Autodesk Inventor 2021 continues to deliver improvements requested by you and the Inventor user community. Through the Inventor Ideas and the Inventor Beta program, you provide your feedback to help improve Inventor with each release. Here are some customer-driven improvements for the drawing environment in Inventor 2021. Components set to reference in the Inventor bill of material have new visibility options in drawings, with additional options to show reference files in color and with or without dashed lines. The ability to add automated centerlines to drawing views has been made easier to discover with a new button for the automated centerline command in the ribbon. When dimensioning your views, we've improved the ability for Inventor to detect diameter dimensions in side or section views, even when selecting parallel geometry. And the new Align to Geometry option in the Dimension command allows you to align dimensions to any drawing geometry. To help you complete your documentation, we've streamlined the workflow for copying and pasting general tables within the drawing sheet. And by popular request, the Measure tool has returned to the drawing environment, allowing the ability to take additional measurements from Inventor drawings without creating additional annotation. Thank you for your continued feedback and encouragement as we work to make Inventor better for you. Check out these customer-driven improvements and more in Inventor 2021.
One of Inventor's most popular environments, Frame Generator, has seen many new improvements this year. To mention a few of them, the Trim Extend command now supports selecting a curved face to define the function. The result is a cut that is ready for manufacturing. The Notch command includes additional profiles. It now works for C, T, and I cross sections. You no longer have to go through the tedious task of having to manually model these notch cuts. All Frame Generator commands have now adopted the intelligent behavior of property panels, allowing presets to be defined for the most commonly used members and frame settings. There are a host of new display options that allow for better navigation and placement of frame members. Upon the insertion of a member, a cross-section profile is displayed, allowing users to fine-tune adjustments and determine the origin location of a member. Frame appearances can now be controlled at an assembly level through the property panel. In previous versions of Inventor, you would have to navigate to the part level of each member to make an appearance change. These changes now populate directly from the frame member to the top level assembly. Let's see some of these improvements in action.
Autodesk Inventor 2021 continues to implement your feedback and improve the frame generator workflows. We've continued to make improvements to the file naming dialog, allowing you more detailed control of your naming schemes for frame generator components, including a new ability to set the file name of the component to be the same as the display name in the browser. When creating frames, a new category filter allows you to narrow down your selection. And preset configurations now help you to save your most frequently used frame settings for use again later. Geometry can now be filtered from within the property panel, and a new preview glyph helps you to orient your frame as you select your skeleton geometry. Once you've selected your geometry, new zoom tools help you to orient your frame by adjusting your view to look directly at the frame section or an isometric view of the frame member you're placing, before zooming back to see the entire design. The frame member trim tool has now been improved, allowing you to trim members to a curved frame. And for end treatments, 2 new notch profiles have been added, extending notch support to I, T, and C profile channels, as well as circular members. For Frame Generator in Inventor 2021, the Frame Member Reuse command has had a significant overhaul, making it easier to reuse existing frame members to populate your skeleton geometry. Select a member that you'd like to reuse, then window select all the geometry that you'd like to analyze. Inventor will place reused members wherever they fit. Additional tools in the Change Reuse Member command help you to orient your reused components by zooming into the profile you're working on and reorienting them in the Frame Generator panel or using the in-canvas controls. Inventor 2021 continues to deliver user-requested enhancements to provide the professional-grade mechanical design and engineering tools you rely on.
The speed in which drawings can be created has significantly been improved with sheet formats. Sheet formats now allow you to store and embed common drawing configurations. Notes, model views, flat pattern views, and more can be predefined and used across multiple designs. New iLogic syntax or code snippets have been added to the iLogic interface for reducing the time spent on drawings and automating repetitive drawing tasks. Similar to the iLogic product configurator forms we saw in the sales and design presentation, you can use the new iLogic codes to create drawing configurator forms. The new iLogic codes are tailored to the automation of balloons, leader notes, center lines, and more. Next is a little video showcasing these drawing automation options in action.
For many of you, technical drawings are still a contract deliverable and are an important communication tool. Autodesk Inventor 2021 delivers new functionality to help speed up drawing creation with updates to sheet formats and iLogic drawing automation. Sheet formats in Autodesk Inventor are a great way to start new drawings, with drawing views of your designs automatically generated from pre-selected models. In Inventor 2021, we've made sheet formats easier to find by adding them into the dialog for drawing creation. View layouts saved as sheet formats now retain view settings such as edge display, and we've included a new Fit to View option to automatically scale your views to fit onto your sheet. Sheet formats now support flat patterns for part models and parts lists for assemblies, all automatically populated from the model you've referenced during sheet creation. To further help you automate the creation of drawings, we've improved the ability for iLogic to add dimensions, hole notes, and balloons from labeled features. We've also added support to change drawing styles using iLogic, making it easier to change styles to suit your customer, or batch edit styles to aid CAD standards compliance. Sheet formats and iLogic make it easier than ever to automate the creation of drawings to your CAD standards in Autodesk Inventor 2021.
Hi guys, so that concludes this presentation. Thank you for joining us. What we're going to do now is open up the floor to some Q&As. So any questions you like, feel free to type it out in the chat box. I'll give you some time to actually type out those questions.
I've got one question here. We still struggle to do editing on STL files.
Yes. Okay, so that is a good question. A lot of people do struggle with different file types coming inside Inventor. If you guys have not noticed, there is that AnyCAD functionality that does help. It's not just between Revit and Inventor. So that improves the translation of different file formats that may come from various software applications. In terms of editing STLs inside of Inventor, there is actually a tool to do this. It does give you some functionality in terms of making modifications to a STL file. It's called Direct Edit. Does anyone else have any questions, even comments on any of the new features that they would like to use or explore? I suggest after this demonstration that people actually go and head over to the applications and try out some of these new features. They're really simple and easy to use. Of course, what we displayed were the features that are probably the better ones to look at. Inventor does have a host of other features, a couple of performance ones, but these ones are the ones that stand out the most.
Yes, I must say I quite like the dimension enhancements that has been done. It makes life a lot easier.
Yes, those dimension tools are fantastic. Simple clicks here and there, especially the automation of sensor lines and the sensor lines for holes. Those are brilliant.
Absolutely, it eliminates a lot of frustration.
And of course, combining that with iLogic, you can have a little form and you can start dimensioning all your standardized components quite easily.
Yep. No, that's cool. You know, they are going ahead, they're listening to their customers, which is to me very important. Incorporating issues that we've had before. No, that's great to see that Autodesk is coming to the party with that.
Yes, they are doing that. They've been doing this for quite some time now. As I mentioned in the presentation, there were a variety of new improvements from 2017 to 2019, and there's actually a forum that you can go to and request new features. So what they do is they take the most popular ones from that forum and they incorporate it into the new release, or some of these updates actually come through in terms of a patch update to the application.
Excellent. That's excellent. Where do you actually go? And you're talking about this forum. Do I just go and Google for the Inventor forum, Autodesk Inventor forum?
So you can Google it. Alternatively, I will be able to provide you the link afterwards. May I just get your name so I know who to email afterwards?
Yes, I'm Johan Buerter.
Johan Buerter. Okay, brilliant, Johan. So I will do that afterwards. I'll get that information to you. If anyone else would like that information, please give me a shout. Of course, if you don't vote for any new features, you can't complain when it's not there in the next year's release. Okay, cool. I'll give you a little bit more time for any questions. Just to mention, later on this afternoon, we're going to have a great session for Volt PLM. I highly recommend that everyone attend that session. It will be something new and interesting to see.
Yeah, I'd love to see that one because we started using Volt last year and we're only using the basic one. But yeah, I quite like it. Currently, we are using another one called Winchell, which you probably know about. But Volt, I think, is much more user-friendly and also it has a lot to offer.
Oh, fantastic. So that session I think will be right up your alley. It has some Vault's new features that are going to be a part of it. So it's always good to see what the application has to offer. And I think they've made some quite a few significant changes with this year's release.
That's good news. That's good news. I'd like to see.
Okay, guys. So one more thing, we do have a link in the chat. You guys are able to access that link. You'll have access to the previous webinar sessions that we have hosted. There were some fantastic ones that happened this week. Over and above that, you can give us some feedback.
AutoCAD model that was on the drawing sheet, on the AutoCAD drawing sheet that the customer sent to me. Yeah, and I struggle with that.
Yes, Wally. So if you are having some struggles, what we can do is I'll be able to mail you after the session, and we can just be in touch to see how we may assist you, and we can move forwards to maybe collaborate together and get some work done with you.
Okay, thank you. I will be out for a little while now, but as soon as I'm back, I'll send you a mail.
Okay, fantastic, Wally. We have another question coming through from Patrick. Is Direct Edit an extension to Inventor, or is it built in? Direct Edit is built in inside Inventor. It does give you some functionality in terms of editing files. Something like a good example would be a step file. A step file has been brought into the application. We don't have the access to our common Inventor functions. And what we can do is use Direct Edit to actually manipulate this part a little bit and edit it. Okay, guys, so I think that's about it on questions. I'd like to thank you once again for all attending, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next session this afternoon. On that note, have a fantastic day and see you later.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Cheers.